Hello guys, in today's video I'll teach you guys how to make a to-do list using HTML and CSS. So let's get started. So the first one we'll do over here is to open a div, and this div is going to have a class of let's say green div. The next in here we're going to open another div and we're going to call it, let's call it white div. The next in here we're going to open a h1 tag, and this h1 tag, let's call it my to-do list. The next down here I'm gonna open a p tag, and this p tag, let's call it let's say double click to close, double click an item to mark it complete. Then what we want to do next is let's just come down here and we'll open a div, and this div is gonna have a class of, let's say, something like input. We're gonna say input dash btn, and inside here we're gonna open an input tag. Then we're gonna open a button tag next. Then this button tag is gonna be add. Then what we'll do next is come down here, open another div, and we're gonna call this pdiv. Then in here we're gonna say something like p, we're gonna say number 1, then my. So let's copy this and paste it sometimes. So this next one is going to be to do, this one's going to be list. So this is going to be number 3, and this is going to be this one is going to be number 2. So the next one we want to do is open another div. We want to come down here and open another div, and this div is going to be, let's say, something like btn div. So the next thing we want to do is open 3 button in here. This first one is going to be clear completed. So let's copy this and paste it sometimes, and this next one is going to be some like let's say empty list, and this third one is going to be, let's call it some like save list. Then what I want to do next is check out what we've been doing. I think that's looking great. So the next one we want to do is add some CSS to our code. So firstly we're going to call out our green div. Let's say green div. So guys, what I'm trying to grab is this green div right here. So first one we're going to do is add a background color. No, let's make it a background, let's say linear gradient. Then I'm gonna say something like green. Let's check that out. Not working. Then let's add something like light green. I think that's better, but it's too long. Let's add a width. Let's make this width to be 300 px. I think it's looking possible now. So what I want to do next is push it a little bit to the left. Let's say margin left. So we're going to say margin left. So let's add 300 px. That's too small. Let's make it 350. I think that's better. So I want to push it down a little bit. Let's say margin top. So let's make it 200 px. That's too much. Let's make it 170 px. I think that looks great now. So let's increase this width a little bit. Let's make it 480. Then what we'll do next is add a height. So we're gonna add a height here. This height is gonna be, let's say, something like 380 px. I think it's looking good. So the next one we'll do is call out our white div. Let's see dot white dash div. We're gonna say background color. Sorry, background color, not background. This is gonna be background color, and it's gonna be white. First thing we want to do, okay, there's an error there. That's supposed to be background. Okay guys, now it's looking too good. First one I want to do is reduce the width first. Go and make it 100 px. I'm gonna make the height 100 px. So next one I'll do is, next one I'll do over here is add some padding. Go add a padding here. Let's say padding left, and this is gonna be 30 px. First of all, let's add some width. Let's make it 300 px. Okay, that's too small. Let's make it 400. I think that's looking a little bit better, but let's add more. Let's make it 480. That's too much now. Let's make it 470. So the next one we'll do is add some height. Let's make it 400 px. So much. Let's make it 450. Sorry, let's make it 350. I think that's better. So the next one we'll add here is padding top. This padding top is going to be 20 px. That's too much. Let's make it 10 px. Then let's remove a little bit of the padding left. Let's make it 20. Still much. So next thing we're going to do is come here and reduce this width a little bit. Let's make it 400. So that's how it goes. Next one we're going to do is reduce this width here. It's going to be 400. Too small, let's make it 410. Too small, it's going to be 420. I think that's better. So the next thing we want to do is come here and we're going to reduce the padding top. Let's make this to be 7 px. I think it's still too small, so let's just add a height. Let's make this height to be, let's say, 390. I think this is looking great. So the next one we want to do is add a padding to our white div. Let's say padding left. This is going to be 10 px. I think it's looking a little bit cool. So the next one we want to do is add a width. It's going to be 30 now. So that's great. So we're going to come down here and add the border radius. This is going to be, let's say, 10 px. I think it's looking a little bit good. So the next one I'll do is reduce some height. This one is going to be 350 now. Still too small. Let's just go ahead and make this 300. I think it's looking a little bit better now. So the next one we'll do is add some style to this button here. So let's come here and this one, let's add a class here. We want to say class, and this one's going to be blue button, and also here we're going to add a class, and this one's going to be red button. Then lastly we're going to add a class here, and it's going to be green button. So let's head back. Firstly we want to say does blue button. So let's copy this and paste it. So just going to change this to green, and then change this to red. So just gonna come here and say background color. This is gonna be blue. I'm gonna come here and say background color, and this is gonna be red. So this last one is gonna be green. I'll say background color. This is gonna be green. It doesn't look too good. So what I want to do next is add a border. This is gonna be none. And next, I'll add some width. Let's say 30 px. So let's check that out. Not too good. Let's make it 70 px. Still not good. It's gonna be 170 now. I think that's too long. So next one we'll do is make it 140. So guys, let's just copy this too, and next we're going to paste it in here, and we're going to paste this here. I think it's too long, so next one we're going to do is make this 120, and then we're going to make this, let's make this one to be let's say 120 also. That's still too long. This one's going to be 100. I don't like the red, it's still too long. I'll just make it 100. I think it's looking great now, so let's add some height. I'm just gonna say height 30 px. That's gonna be too much. Let's make it 20. Still too small. Let's say 26. I think it's better now. So the next one we'll do is add the border radius. The border radius is gonna be 30 px. I think that's cool. So let's just copy this too and paste it here, and we're gonna paste it here. So let's make this a little bit lighter, and we're gonna make this a little bit lighter, and this one too is gonna be a little bit lighter now. Still not light. Let's make this lighter. I think this is looking better. So next we're gonna do is add a color. Let's add a color. This is gonna be white, and we're gonna add a color here too. Let's say white, and here we're gonna add a color, and this is gonna be white. So that's looking great. So let's just go ahead and style this button. So let us add a class to it. Let's say class, and we're gonna say something like add btn. So we're gonna come down here and say dot add btn. The next one we want to do is add a color, sorry, a background color. It's gonna be blue. That's too dark. Let's make it a little bit lighter first. I think that doesn't suit it. Let's make that color to be aqua. I think that's looking great. So next one we'll do is add the border, and this is gonna be none. So we're gonna add a width now. Let's say 40 px. Not really good. Let's make it 60. I think it's looking too long. We're gonna make it 50. Then let's add a padding of 4 px. It doesn't make any change. Let's make it 10 px. I think padding is not gonna be really good. Oh, that's a mistake. Let's change it to padding. so that's too much. Let's make it 6px. Still too much. Let's make it 5. Okay, let's leave that 4. I think that looks great. So next one we want to do is add the border radius. This border radius is going to be 30px. Then what we want to do next is add a color, and this color is going to be white. Doesn't look really good. I think we just leave that black. Let's just leave that color as black. So next what we'll do, guys, is make this to look a little bit good. I'm just gonna go ahead and say h1. Let's add a class to this h1. Let's say sudo. Then I'm gonna come down here and add a class to this p. We're gonna say p click. So let's come here and say dot sudo. Then we're gonna come down here and say dot p click. So next what we want to do is add a color to this p click. Let's say gray. I think that's looking great. So next one we'll do is add a margin up here. Let's say 20px. Doesn't really make any change. Let's say 40. I think it's shifting our div, so I think we're just gonna leave that. Go and find another way to do that. I think the next thing we should do is go ahead and style this. We should add a little bit of weight to our input. Let's say height, we're gonna say 10px. That's too small. Let's make it 20. I think it's looking a little bit big. Let's leave that 15px. I think this is looking great. So that's it for this video, guys. If you really did enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe. See you in the next video. For now, goodbye.